Hi, I'm Barbara Whitley, and I want today to talk to you a little bit about the two favorite flavorings that most people like. What could be better than creamy peanut butter and lovely bananas? Now, I've already taken 2 bananas and I put them in a saucepan with 1 tablespoon of butter, and I have caramelized these bananas. And the bananas needed to be reasonably ripe, and what I did was to cube them. Peel them, of course, first, and cube them, and then put them into my saucepan, and I caramelized those for about 5 minutes or so, stirring pretty well all the time. And then I flambéed them by adding 1 tablespoon of brandy, and of course just heating that slightly so that I get a little bit of a sear on those bananas, which brings out their natural sweetness. Then what I'm going to do is, and I've already completed this mixture, but I wanted to show you how I got to this mixture. The first thing I did was to use 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, yum, and I let this soften to room temperature. And then I'm going to take my ½ cup of creamy peanut butter, and I'm going to put it in my mixing container. And then I'm going to take the cream cheese, and I have cut it into small portions so that I can blend it better. And then I'm going to put that in with my peanut butter, and I will blend it very well. And you can use a mixer on this if you want to. A hand mixer will do, or a stand mixer. And I'm going to mix that together very well. And you can see that it's coming together. You may have to work with it a little bit because the 2 mixtures are not congruous. So we'll mix that together, and then I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of banana liqueur. I'm going to put that in right there. Mix that in with the bananas and the peanut butter. And then I'll take this mixture that I've already prepared, the bananas flambéed, and I'll mix that in with the peanut butter and the cream cheese and my banana liqueur. And I'm going to end up with a mixture that's like this right here. This is my completed mixture. Now, to this mixture that I have in my mixing bowl here, I've already added some Cool Whip, so that this is a cup of Cool Whip here. This is 2 bananas flambéed. This is 8 ounces of cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese, and the 1/2 cup of peanut butter. So after that, when you get that all mixed up, then what I have already done here is, as you can see, this is a fairly homogeneous mixture. So we'll take that mixture. Before we do that, we will have in these wonderful purchased miniature chocolate phyllo cups. I'm going to put just about a 1/2 teaspoon or a teaspoon, depending on your personal preference, of chocolate ganache. Now, I do have a recipe for chocolate ganache, and that can be 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, to 2/3 cup of heavy whipping cream, to 7 tablespoons of butter, and 1 tablespoon of white Karo syrup. And you can see how this is going to, this ganache will set just a little bit in these peanut butter, in these chocolate cups. So I'll fill each one of those. This will make about 30 of these miniature desserts. And you know, people now are liking miniature desserts a little bit better than the large, heavy desserts that people liked in the past, because you can get just a bite of something, but yet you don't have to eat a whole lot. So I'm going to take my spatula, and I'm going to just put this into the chocolate cup to which I've added the chocolate ganache. I'm just going to mound it up a little bit there in the center of that cup. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take purchased Heath Bar crumbles, and I'm going to roll this little cup into those crumbles, or you can just, if you prefer, you can just sprinkle them on there. But when you get finished with that, you're going to have a wonderful bite-sized scrumptious peanut butter chocolate banana bite. What could be better than that? let's make a scrumptious peanut butter chocolate banana bite. What could be better than those two flavors together? Well, three flavors actually. Chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate. Most people like peanut butter and most people like bananas. So today, let's make these chocolate bites. They're just the right size for that final touch for a wonderful meal. And of course, you need to eat dessert first because life is uncertain. So what I'm going to do first is I bought these phyllo cups, and they're miniature chocolate phyllo cups. This is just to get ready for the mixture that I'll put in there in just a little while. So I'm filling each of these little cups with just about a half teaspoon or a teaspoon, depending on your personal preference, of chocolate. Yum. And I've used ganache for this, and I do have a recipe for this ganache. And it is 2 cups of semi-sweet, good quality chocolate chips, 2/3 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 tablespoon of white Karo syrup, and 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Now what you'll want to do for this is to put this into a microwavable container, put it in your microwave, and heat it just gently, stirring after about every 15 seconds until it begins to look really glossy and combined. Then you just set that aside for a while, and it will end up looking like this. And it's just so good, you could probably dive in there and die and be right happy right then. Next, I'm going to make my peanut butter banana filling. Now what I've already done earlier in the day is I've used 2 ripe bananas, and I've peeled them and I've cubed them, and then what I did was to put them in a saucepan with 1 tablespoon of butter. Now I've caramelized the bananas just slightly to give them a more sweet taste, and then I flambéed the bananas by putting in 1 tablespoon of brandy and igniting. You just let the flame die down on that and mix all that together and set it aside for a while. I've already also measured 1/2 cup of peanut butter, 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, and then I will add my banana mixture, and I'll incorporate this and get it to be very smooth. You know, most people just really like these flavors together, and I thought, what about just combining them into a little chocolate cup? And my daughter really loves these because she loves chocolate anyway, and the chocolate phyllo cups, of course, are just wonderful. Now to this mixture, once I've gotten it very smooth, I will add 1 cup of whipped topping, and that's what this is right here, and I'm just going to add this into my mixture. Now you can already tell, because it's just smelling so good, that it's going to be a wonderful flavor. And then to this mixture, I will also add a half teaspoon or a teaspoon, depending on your personal preference, of a banana liqueur. That just gives this a little bit extra flavor. Plus I think the color is really pretty. So once you get all of that combined, it's going to look like this mixture. This is the mixture of the cup of whipped topping, 1/2 cup of smooth peanut butter or creamy peanut butter, the 2 bananas that have been caramelized and flambéed, and the cream cheese. So we're going to mix that together very thoroughly, and when that's combined, then just get a small spatula, a little offset spatula will do. You see I've already filled this cup here and the ganache is set. So we're going to put that then into this little cup and just put a pretty little mound on it. Just a nice little bite. Then I have already purchased Heath Bar crumbles, or if you don't want to, if you can't find them already purchased, you can just get the Heath Bars and crumble them up yourself. You see I've just put this into a little container here to make it easier to put on top. Or you could just actually sprinkle that on top if you wanted it. So then, as you can see, that turns into a lovely little small bite just to finish your meal off. It's not going to hurt your waistline or the economy because it's not an expensive thing to do, and it's just that final little touch.
Okay.